Hey guys, today is a very special episode for me. It's been 1 year since I got back into motorsports when I was in this very warehouse and I put a post on the Cleetus McFarland fan page talking about how anybody that wanted to come down and watch the Freedom 500 here at the shop was more than welcome, because at that point this shop was just used for construction storage. I'm a general contractor here in West Virginia, and I was just kind of burnt out on what I was doing, and I knew I needed to change something. The van broke down. Needed to work on it. The Freedom Factory or the Freedom 500 was going on. I just didn't want to miss it. And next thing you know, here we are. It's been a year. I've traveled to almost 30 events. I had never even been to a drag race until June when I went to Midwest Drag Week. And here we are. This is crazy. I've gone to Florida twice. Went to Sick Week. I went to Streetcar Takeover in June. I've done the Freedom Factory, as you're about to see. I filmed there for 2 days. Luckily, the guys were nice enough to let me explore. I can't speak highly enough about those guys. They all worked their asses off. As soon as I got there, every one of them knew exactly what their job was, exactly what to do, and they did not stop. As you're gonna see in this next video, these guys are just crazy. I mean, it was 90-some degrees, high humidity. They did not care. They had one mission, and that mission was to make that track the best they possibly could. So that way the fans could enjoy next level stuff. I mean, you have Josh. Josh was working in the field, cutting a ton of grass all day for 2 days. That's all he was doing. Alec let us go in and follow him around and see what it truly takes to run that thing. We got to see his board all the way down through, marking stuff off, getting ready for just different competitions, making sure that everything was in place for you guys to be able to enjoy a wonderful, wonderful show. Adam was just all over the place, working on fences. He was moving sand out of the way. Whenever I was there, they just got the new poles put in for the lighting, so it was a mess. It definitely doesn't look like this now, and what you'll see in the next video is kind of what it does look like now. New painting, new walls, it's pretty nice. I just flying the drone, minding my own business, and then here come the guys. I had no idea that they were even in town. I mean, they could have been doing anything. And all of a sudden, here comes a big line of cars coming in to shoot a promo for the spectator drags. Very first promo they had done. And they were kind enough to let me take the drone up in the air, fly it around, get some awesome footage of some of these, the Marauder. Everybody knows the Marauder. Everybody knows Rocky the Blazer. You Rocket, the drift car. You got them all. It was a wonderful experience getting to see something that shows up on YouTube, getting to see the behind the scenes. George is a character. Let me just put that out there first. He's a character on YouTube, and he's a character in real life, but he's also just a really kind person. We got to share experiences. He was actually telling me that he worked in West Virginia for a bit and was talking about how Florida hot is nothing near backwoods West Virginia, working in a holler with no breeze, high humidity. That's hot. And there was a little bit of a controversy going on between him and another company. He ended up leaving that company to come work with Cleetus. I was there when it all happened, and I was able to get this footage right here of him pulling in, and I know that I will keep this footage forever.
What does the Freedom Factory mean to you?
The Freedom Factory means a lot to me in a lot of different ways. To me, it's excitement. It's excitement because it's new. It's excitement because it's somebody young doing something that they said they were going to do, and they're bringing all their friends out. I just think that it's a collective thing. He wants it to be all of ours, and I feel like it's part of mine. I feel like whenever I go there, I'm at home. I truly do. And it's so nice to see events there. And it's so nice to see how clean it is whenever the event's over. I mean, it blows my mind how little trash you guys leave behind. That to me tells me that not only is it home to me, it's home to you. And that means a lot. And it's nice knowing we can all go someplace where we're not going to be judged. Nobody cares about who we are, where we come from. We're here for the action. We're here to do it for Dale. We're here for just pushing that stuff to the next level and just seeing what happens. Sometimes you roll a vehicle. Sometimes you wreck into a wall. Sometimes you learn something cool. That's what the Freedom Factory is to me, is home. Just like I talked about how I was kind of getting burnt out on doing construction, June happens. Well, actually, technically, end of May happens. We're doing a roof job, and we have a pack of button caps slide off the roof and hit the hood of a customer's car. I was done. I was so much done at that point. I had a 5 square of shingle in the back of my van that needed to go to the dump. I immediately took that stuff to the dump, and within 24 hours, I was in Ohio at the Midwest Drag Week, and really never looked back. The first drag race I ever saw was right here. No two ways about it. It was a drug and I was hooked, and I was completely okay with it. Whenever I went to the Midwest Drag Week, I didn't know anybody. I hadn't seen a drag race before, and I just knew that Garrett was going to be there, and that was enough for me. It was only a couple-hour drive from my house up to the Cleveland area, and I just kind of showed up, and I had my drone with me. My buddy had his drone with him, and we had 2 phones, and we just went to town. We just started taking pictures of everybody. I'm definitely one of those people that I would rather ask forgiveness than permission. So drone went up in the air. I try to stay away from flying it over people, but I was able to get a lot of pictures and videos of these guys before I even introduced myself. I've learned that the toughest thing about meeting somebody new is meeting somebody new and saying, hey, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Tell me this, tell me that, tell me this. And that causes a lot of problems. He's there for the race. All these guys are there for the race. So I had to make sure that I was offering a service that was going to be recognizable. Drone shots are, as recognizable as it get. This shot right here is actually the first shot that I ever got on the drone at a drag strip. After that, I just went up to him. I was like, hey man, I got these shots. Here you go. Are you interested? Next thing you know, he ends up using my double parachute for the opening of his video for the Midwest Drag Week.
Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
Blew my mind. I mean, it had somewhere around 500,000 views or something like that. I mean, it was incredible. It was his first double parachute video that he's had from what he told me. And next thing you know, I'm at the Streetcar Takeover. Then I'm at the Freedom Factory. Then I'm at Sick Week. Then I'm at all these different events, and they're just so friendly that they kind of invited you in to film. Went down to Florida in July with one of my buddies to my sister's house over in Fort Lauderdale. She was having a baby shower, my nephew's birthday. It was kind of one of those, melting pots of things. After that, we had a little extra time on our hands, and we decided to make the 3-hour drive from Fort Lauderdale over to Bradenton area to go see the Freedom Factory. And I'm telling you, as soon as we went past the drag strip and made that right turn, and I saw that helmet, and I pulled onto that strip going to the gate, I mean, it took my breath away. I knew that I was where I was supposed to be, and I felt comfortable. I felt right. Those of you that have been to the gate know exactly what I'm talking about. To me, the Freedom Factory stands for everything good in motorsports. Competition, pushing the boundaries, having fun. You've got to have fun what you're doing, or why are we doing this? In the past week, Atlanta closed down, Houston closed down, Memphis closed down, South Georgia Motorsports Park is on the verge of closing down. They're all closing down. Luckily, we have him to buy something like this, to build it up, and just allow people to come out and have fun. Spectator drags. He has clutch kickers, I think 5 to 6 times this year. I mean, just different events. I mean, the Freedom 500 is tomorrow. What else could you ask for? My new role with the Cleetus McFarland like just group as a whole, is I am one of the moderators for the fan page. I travel all these events. I get all kinds of footage. I'm very new at this. I just learned how to edit, so they've been very friendly and letting me just post my stuff right to the page. I mean, I have like anywhere to 50 to 60 different posts on the fan page, and everybody on there has been great. I really appreciate all the comments and likes and just shares that you guys have done. And it means a lot to myself, it means a lot to the drivers, it means a lot to everybody involved to keep this thing going. The whole point of all this is to show you that you can do something for 10 years and then realize it's not what you want to do. I'm not going to stop doing construction, but I don't want to put my entire life into it. I want to see the world, I want to step outside, I also want to bring outside home. I want to show people that the state of West Virginia has all these things that YouTube has. We have drift, we have kayaking, we have rock climbing, we have skiing, we have skydiving, we have drag racing, we have autocross. What do you want? We have science. You know, we have everything. That's my whole point, is to show that the whole world is right in your backyard as long as you're willing to look. If I could leave you guys with one bit of advice, it would be to not really care as much about what people think. What makes you happy? That's what you need to be chasing. Be sure to subscribe so that way you can follow along. That's the easiest way to stay in touch. We're going to be showing all kinds of behind the scenes, whether it be down in Cleetus, whether it be down in Florida with Cleetus, or whether it be at some drag race or some rock climbing event or bridge day in West Virginia. We're going to show you all the behind the scenes footage. You're not going to want to miss it.